Hi. We read A Course in Miracles, and we really love it. And we wanted to share it with you. So we're making these YouTubes and putting them out there for anyone who'd be interested in following along and hearing the great discussions and places that the Course in Miracles are taking us. So we've already been doing it for a couple of weeks, and we are on a segment called Judgment and the Authority Problem. So if you have a book and you want to follow with us, you can. So, Linda,
Yes,
would you like to start?
I would love to
There
start.
you go.
We've already discussed the Last Judgment, but in insufficient detail. After the Last Judgment, there will be no more. Judgment is symbolic because beyond perception there is no judgment. When the Bible says, "Judge not, that ye be not judged," it means that if you judge the reality of others, you will be unable to avoid judging your own. What do you think? Maybe we could just read the next paragraph.
Maybe we could be the next
Maybe
one.
because I don't know. This is one of those that.
It gets better.
Okay, good. I hope it gets better.
Yeah. Shawn, you want to read next?
Sure. The choice to judge rather than to know is the cause of the loss of peace. Judgment is the process on which perception, but not knowledge, rests. I have discussed this before in terms of the selectivity of perception, pointing out that evaluation is its obvious prerequisite. Judgment always involves rejection. It never emphasizes only the positive aspects of what is judged. Whether in you or in others, what has been perceived and rejected or judged and found wanting remains in your mind because it has been perceived. One of the illusions from which you suffer is the belief that what you judged against has no effect. This cannot be true unless you also believe that what you judged against does not exist. You evidently do not believe this, or you would not have judged against it. In the end, it does not matter whether your judgment is right or wrong. Either way, you are placing your belief in the unreal. This cannot be avoided in any type of judgment, because it implies the belief that reality is yours to select from.
So what does it mean here? It says this cannot be true unless you also believe that what you judged against does not exist. I thought this was saying we believe all this stuff exists.
When it comes to judgment, I always remember that if you can't forgive something, you have to judge it.
You are judging it
You
in your
are
lack of
judging
forgiveness.
In your lack of forgiveness. And just about every time that we come across judgment here, it means that we are living the illusion when we're judging. Now your particular question there, I forgot.
That one of the illusions from which you suffer is the belief that what you judged against has no effect. This cannot be true unless you also believe that what you judged against does not exist. So, I understand one of the illusions from which you suffer is the belief that what you judged against has no effect. You don't think it matters or has any effect when I judge something. I don't think that does anything. I just think it's a sentence I say. Isn't that what it's saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you evidently don't believe this. Isn't that the next sentence?
right because we're living the illusion.
Or you would not have judged against it. It's like too many knots.
Right.
You evidently don't believe this, or you would have not judged against it. In the end, it does not matter whether your judgment's right or wrong. Either way, you're placing yourself, your belief, in the unreal.
There's the sentence.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's the one that makes it good.
Either way, you're placing your belief in the unreal.
Mm-hmm. The illusion.
So judgment is a waste of time.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And that's what we hear all the time here too, which is good.
It's a huge distraction.
That's a huge distraction. That I've spent my life judging
Judging people.
people, things, and yet.
Yeah, it implies the belief that reality is yours to select from. So are they saying, there's a green car over there, I'm not really crazy about green cars, so I'm judging that. The car's not even there to begin with.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay. So you're spinning your wheels. It's like you said, it's a distraction.
Mhm.
Let's get bogged down in that rather than what's important.
Mhm.
Keeps us occupied.
What's important?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness as
You
as
didn't
the,
even have to wait and think about that
No.
answer, did you? You were right there.
right, as the tool to get us out
Mhm.
of the illusion. It's the only door.
So, and the other things that we have read, like Disappearance of the Universe and Your Mortal Reality, when they're saying forgiveness is the answer. So, did I read right when they said everything that you see or hear or perceive, the only response you should have to it is forgiveness?
Until
is
you
that
really
right?
understand it's not there, yes.
So you're forgiving it because in your mind you put it there. So by forgiving it, you're really forgiving yourself
Yes.
for the deception, for being here at all.
Right.
And in forgiveness, you're not in judgment because you're allowing it to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's the place in the middle.
It's really cool. I put something there, and now I'm judging whether it's good or bad, and I stuck it there.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Well, it gives you something to do, Linda.
Mhm.
Could take a nap.
Well, then you would be judging you're tired. And you're judging yourself. And let it go.
Don't touch me. Okay. Let's go. Can we find an easy one?
Okay, we'll
Yeah,
find
well,
an easy.
it's
This
simple.
one's an
Like
easy
these.
one.
Good, good.
Okay, you have no idea of the tremendous release and deep peace that comes from meeting yourself and your brothers totally without judgment. When you recognize what you are and what your brothers are, you will realize that judging them in any way is without meaning. In fact, their meaning is lost to you precisely because you are judging them. All uncertainty comes from the belief that you are under the coercion of judgment. You do not need judgment to organize your life, and you certainly do not need it to organize yourself. In the presence of knowledge, all judgment is automatically suspended, and this is the process that enables recognition to replace perception. So they're saying recognition, just seeing it. So it's not even saying, do you see that glass half empty or half full? It's just seeing there's a glass. There it is. Either way you look at it, as half empty or half full is a judgment.
Or seeing
So
as a glass as a
recognition
judgment.
is replacing perception.
Say that again?
The last sentence. Recognition replaces perception.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just recognize it. I see you.
Perception is whether the glass is half full or half empty. Okay.
Well, the perception is